You look all taller than me.
This chair's taller than it. Not really.
Yeah, you're definitely taller. Oh, we're gone.
Yeah. Alright. So, recap on the season. I did pretty good, personally. What do you think?
Yeah, we've talked about this. Had we stayed in Colorado, and
I wouldn't be this good.
he wouldn't be.
No.
His relationship he's built with this coach Seth Vernon. He's been working with him one-on-one the whole season. Who's helping me become a better coach. It's helped him immensely. I mean, how bad would you? How bad do you wish you could just show up at a tournament over there and wrestle and see
in Colorado?
Yeah.
Oh, badly. Very. I'd be like definitely. Yeah, I'd demolish the place.
Who would you want to wrestle the most?
Like from our team?
No, or anyone in Colorado. Liam Martin.
Liam Martin.
How did he do this year?
He got 5th at state in 113. 2-way.
Which is crazy because what did you wrestle last year?
I wrestled 115. He went down a weight class. I went up 2 weight classes.
I know he went down because he couldn't beat whoever was at 120 and 126.
Yeah.
So he had to. That was his only opportunity. Can you imagine trying to go to 113?
Oh no, I couldn't because on the plan
that's right.
The lowest my body would have let me was going to be 119.
Right. So you could have went to 120.
Yeah.
Curious how you would have done there. Doesn't matter.
I am too. That seemed like an easier bracket.
So, what now?
What now? Freestyle. Just back postseason stuff. I'm starting to gain weight. Like, last time I checked, I was 136, and I got some protein stuff. I got a lot of steak and, like, meat. I'm gonna be munching.
What's your goal?
My
for
goal,
food, for the steak, the protein?
100 grams of protein a day, and then, like, other stuff. The main one I'm focusing on is how much protein I get in a day. I want to get 100 grams or more, probably more. And we got a lot of, like, foods now that'll help me do that.
And then, now that's the diet part.
Yeah, that's
what else you got going on?
I got weightliftings in the morning, so that's some more wrestling specific. There's a group of kids, me, and some other freshmen, and then one junior, one sophomore.
Couple juniors.
Couple. Oh, yeah.
Cade and Draven.
Yeah, Draven. So 2 juniors, and it's like a group of 8 people, including me. So we're doing that, and then Tuesday, Thursday is freestyle practices. And then I want to try to get in the Oakwood room, which is a college here. They're NAI. And
Oklahoma Wesleyan.
Yeah, I want to try and roll in with those guys. And
then 7th hour, we're going to go back to wrestling.
Okay, so
we're just going to get on the mat. It's crazy. So out here, this is the kind of stuff that we wouldn't have had, opportunities we wouldn't have had where we were at. Well, I guess people could have got up early, but nobody gets up early. Like, it would have been, can you imagine trying to get...
No one would do it.
Even 2 or 3 other guys at 6:30 a.m.
No.
to do a workout Monday through Friday?
No.
It wouldn't happen. I mean, it would, I don't know. Maybe I'm just have low expectations, but
yeah.
So we have that, and then our 7th, and actually 1st hour he has is weights. We just show up earlier, so we're not in there with all the
people,
the 100 kids in that class.
More like 300.
So you got that. Then 7th hour is still considered wrestling, and so we've just been kind of goofing around a little bit this past few weeks. We watched a documentary, which I don't know.
Oh yeah, the Pin documentary. It's a good documentary. It's just like,
it was on YouTube.
Yeah.
Follows
2
two different kids.
St.
Ed's in Ohio, and then Lakewood. And they're in the same town.
Yeah.
So we watched that as a group. But now, once we get back, we're on spring break. We just started spring break.
Yeah.
So when we get back from spring break, we will We're gonna just in the 7th hour. We're gonna just wrestle. We're gonna be on the mat, and we're just gonna keep getting better at wrestling. So, I mean, so think about that. That's you get 2 workouts every day, Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
One's weights, one will be wrestling. You also have your freestyle. He still has Monday nights with Seth Vernon.
Yep.
And then we're going to try to get in with the Oakwu team and their freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
How many matches do you want to get in this off season?
30 to 40.
What did you learn about 6A wrestling here in Oklahoma?
It's a lot tougher than over there. And our region is definitely the harder region in Oklahoma, like big time. We got like the only like really tough school in the other region would be Edmond North. Over in Edmond North and Stillwater, we're in the same region as Stillwater, which they're nationally ranked. Same thing with Edmond North, but Stillwater beat Edmond North and they're ranked higher. They're tougher. They got Ladarian Lockett, which we finally learned about this year. We found out about him when we watched him wrestle. He looked like he was about to rip this kid's arm off. He was so violent.
I forgot the freshman name. There was a kid that's like around
Oh yeah, his brother.
138.
His brother,
Is that his brother?
He's 150. Stillwater freshman that won it. That's his brother.
Ladarian's brother?
Yeah, he's like his stepbrother or something.
I did not know that. He's a stud.
Or half brother, something like that.
He's a freshman and he won it really without any struggle.
Yeah.
And he's a freshman. Yeah. They're all business, man. It's all business. So we do know we got a gap to close. We're going to work really hard as a team. It's cool. We got about 15 guys doing freestyle and starting to build some good rapport with these young guys that, you know, we actually do have fun with our workouts and stuff. It's not like super I don't
hard,
get super
but
intense.
We still like are working our bodies getting sore.
Yeah. I'm starting to work out too.
Yeah, he's trying to drop to 160. He's right now 180. He's fat.
Yeah, I gotta get my weight. You know, we wondered how people could be overweight down here in the summer because it's so sweaty. But it's because there's so much food. They feed everybody here.
I know.
Like all the sports have dinners and stuff ahead of time, beforehand and after. Everything has food at it. There's no lack of food in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's already getting hot. It's like 60 to 70 degrees. Oh, it's supposed to get to like 81 degrees soon. Like next week on Monday, next Monday, it's supposed to be 81 degrees. It's insane.
We have a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think really it was a successful year for certain.
Yeah. I got top 8 at regionals, so
you finished top 8. And the crazy thing is 5. So they qualify. There's only 2 regions.
Yeah, they qualify the top 5.
And they qualify the top 5. The 526 pounders that qualified in his bracket finished top 6 at state. They finished 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th.
Mm-hmm.
They don't wrestle for 5th, 6th, but they only podium the top.
Can you back
the top 4? So that's an interesting thing about state out here. There's only 4 medals given out, not 6 at Colorado. But it's a smaller
you get
state
top
bracket.
6, but you get top 4 medals.
Smaller state tournament, but much tougher region.
Mm-hmm.
It's a true 6A. The way 6A works, they take the top 16 schools in the state. Top 32 schools in the state. And then they're divided into 2 16-man brackets. And then all the other divisions, 5A down, potentially could have 20 or more teams. No one has less than 16 teams, I don't think, in a region. Whereas our region...
6A takes top 10 guys and the other schools take top...
No, they all still take top 5. But the regions themselves can have more... The lower divisions can have more schools in them.
Okay.
So if there's 300 schools, they take the top 32 for 6A, right?
Yeah.
And it cuts off, and sometimes the number 32, 30, 31, 32, they might shift a little bit, go up and down between 5A and 6A. But then they don't do the numerical thing after that. It's all based just strictly on enrollment and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So some of the regions might have like pigtail matches where you have to wrestle into the tournament. They're bigger brackets, some of them. So regionals, in Colorado, we'll have sometimes 12 teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 12 teams, and so there's buys and shoot, man, our region in Colorado that we would have been in, the heavyweight bracket only had 4 guys in it
So
total.
they just went to state.
Yeah, I mean, you just had to make weight, and you made it to state. That will not happen out here. That just doesn't happen. And I'm pretty proud of being from Colorado. And I think there's some really good wrestling. But when you watch the state tournament in Oklahoma from 6A down to 3A, 6A, 5A, 4A, 3A. In Colorado, it's 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A. But when you watch top to bottom through all the divisions, I have to admit, Oklahoma's tougher.
Yeah, they're
top to bottom.
Colorado, they'll have tough people that could compete here in Oklahoma every
Definitely.
picked out.
Definitely.
But not the majority would probably be
I don't think
where I'm at.
Yeah. So, it's good. It's hard. It's weird when we watch, 9 guys from the high school make it to state, and that's like one of their biggest numbers in a long, long, long time. And they ended up placing 3. Good job. Gabe Mendoza taking 5th.
Jason took 5th.
Jason took 5th. And Richard.
I don't know how Richard.
I thought Richard.
I thought he took 4th.
Did he take 6th? I don't know. Shoot.
No,
Those 3 placed.
I don't know. Can't believe Mason didn't.
Yeah, it was kind of a surprise. So, anyhow, yeah. I wanted to get him on here. I apologize on behalf of him.
Yeah, I gotta be more consistent. It's just so my church, where they're doing groups and there's a leader who does editing stuff for videos, and I talked to her about stuff, and she said that she'd be willing to help me with videos and making videos and just teaching me.
Cool.
So that'd be nice. And we went to the Big 12 championship last week. Oh yeah. I got a couple signatures on my Cowboys hat.
Look at that.
I got
Thomas Gilman.
And Thomas Gilman was the first one I got. My second one I got was David Carr, and I gave him my hat, and when he saw it was Cowboys, the look on his face, he was like...
He goes... And then I yelled down, "We love you anyways, David." And he laughs.
Yeah. I got it, though, with 7 signatures. So Thomas Gilman, David Carr, Cameron Amin, Wyatt Hendrickson, Tegan Jameson,
Dustin Plott.
And the best one of all, right in the middle, David Taylor.
Who do you have the most interaction with, though?
Wyatt Hendrickson. So I actually started a little conversation with him about Colorado. I lived there last year. And I also talked about how the Air Force is cool and how my cousin wants to be in the Air Force. And then
props to you, Caleb.
Yeah.
Who's been wrestling much better now.
Yeah. And we just talked about Colorado mainly. And I got a fist bump.
From Wyatt Hendrickson. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's
definitely
awesome.
A fan favorite.
Yeah.
He's just down to earth, awesome dude. Lieutenant Wyatt Hendrickson. That's that's one of the cool things also out here in Oklahoma. There's just more access
to do things
to wrestling.
Yeah.
We're an hour and a half from Stillwater. We got in on 3 duels at Stillwater, and there's college access all over the place to different places, colleges, and there's clubs. We're trying to look up these different clubs. He wants to pop in on Raw. Roar Academy of Wrestling. We're trying to see about, they have a new thing that Coleman Scott's doing over in Stillwater called The Farm. I have a feeling it's really expensive, though. So just trying to, we gotta get him wrestling some beasts, some hammers. If your wrestling room isn't full of guys just beating the snot out of you, you're not getting better fast enough. That's why we want to go wrestle with the college guys. So much of the wrestling room is super. That's why I'm trying to lose weight. I gotta become a wrestler in the room. These guys need to feel more man muscle. Not that I'm the best wrestler, but I definitely can kind of bully them around a little bit. And they need to feel that. They need that. So, but yeah, Big 12 championships was awesome. Going to duels, getting in on clubs. The access to a gentleman, Seth Vernon, who was a Fargo All-American and a national qualifier, D1 national qualifier, trained under Sammy Henson, the Sammy Henson. Yeah. And then upward from here.
Yep. Sky's the limit, as they say.
Cool.
Yep.
All right.
Anyways, bye.
Hashtag AIAY.
Oh, one more thing. So, he had this idea where, like, for the guys who are going to have wrestling be their number one sport, they're going to wrestle the whole year. He has an idea to make a beanie that says hashtag AIAY. So, it's saying hashtag all in all year.
That's what it's going to take. You want to be a D1 wrestler? You can't not be training minimum 9 months out of the year. And that's if the other 3 months are in like football. But really, I don't even think there's no sport that helps you become a better wrestler. There's no sport that helps you be a better wrestler. You get good at wrestling
By wrestling.
by wrestling. And I mean,
I was
technically,
talking to Caleb a couple days ago about how he wants to be a state championship. I like went on I have him added on Snapchat, on TikTok, and it says future state champ. And he's like, I'm talking to him, and I told him how he's gonna have to do freestyle in the summer. He said, well, I'm gonna have to do baseball to help me with wrestling. I'm like, no, baseball will not.
baseball
help
doesn't
you.
help you with
It doesn't
anything.
help me with nothing. It's like all you do is wait around. If ball comes your way, you catch it. You swing the bat. There's no motion in wrestling where you.
The only
doing
thing that
Only
would be
thing really
is your
grabbing
ready
your arm.
position if you're an infielder.
Yeah, but that's
I mean, you don't. I mean,
yeah. When do you do this? Maybe you do this.
yeah.
But it's not that. So, or like catching.
You don't even run in wrestling.
No, you don't, and you barely do any running in baseball. So I told him to really just not do baseball and do freestyle.
Or change his goal.
Yeah, or change.
If you want to, it's fine. If you want to be a multi-sport athlete, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to be on the podium,
I also told him about football.
You got to put more time in.
He'll be too small for football.
110 pounds, 8th grader.
And I was 150. Decent.
Yeah.
But still, I say.
I think football's just, there's so much chance for injury. Our friend Jackson, there in Colorado, man, he sustained an injury his freshman year in football and
it carried
worked
to his
through
sophomore
all the
year.
way his freshman year, and then he lost his sophomore year because he had to have surgery for it. And I believe. I mean, if I'm wrong, you can put it in the comments, Coach Tom. But if I'm wrong, do that. But I believe that injury started in football, and so football sometimes is just really violent. So anyway, hey,
yeah.
if all two of you that have been that watch this, feel free to add comments. Or do we have comments on our?
Yeah, we should.
Okay, and we'll just we'll try to be better about updating stuff. We'll get some highlights and maybe.
Hey, next season I will try harder.
Well, we can start right now.
Yeah, we can.
This is a season. I mean, really, all in, all year, where there is no off season. If not, if you want to be a state champ, there's no off season.
Yeah.
Seth Vernon's got a goal for him, but he's got to own it. He thinks that if Josh will follow his system and what he's learning and a bunch of other stuff he's got to do right, he could actually be a 2-time state champ here. He just likes how fast he picks up on the stuff that's being taught. And we saw it. And I don't know, did you ever share any of the highlight video I created? Can we put that on your put it on your channel?
Yeah, I'll put that on the channel.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.